The biggest tragedy of my life ended up being a strange, unexpected blessing. When I was 22, I got into a horrific car accident that changed everything. It was a rainy night, and as I was driving home from work, my car skidded on a slick road and veered off into a steep embankment. I was trapped in the wreckage for over an hour before someone finally found me and called for help. The accident left me with severe injuries. My right leg was shattered, and the nerve damage meant I lost most sensation below my knee. Over the next 2 years, I went through countless surgeries, physical therapy, and rehab. It was grueling and painful, and the doctors were honest. They couldn't guarantee I'd ever walk normally again. Depression crept in fast. I'd been an athlete my whole life, and suddenly I felt trapped in a body that was betraying me. I spent countless nights lying awake, consumed by anger, frustration, and bitterness. My friends tried to be there for me, but I pushed most of them away. I felt isolated, like a burden to everyone around me. A few months later, my doctor suggested an experimental therapy that involved art therapy as a way to manage pain and help rebuild fine motor skills. At first I dismissed it. I'd never been artistic. But eventually, out of pure desperation, I agreed. My therapist gave me a sketchbook and some paints and just told me to try. Those early days were rough. I didn't even know how to hold the brush properly, and I'd get frustrated and give up. But over time, something shifted. I started to find a strange sense of peace in it. Mixing colors and creating shapes became a way to escape the constant pain. I was no good at it, but I didn't care. It gave me a way to feel control over something when everything else in my life was chaos. A year later, I was painting every day. Slowly, my skill grew, and I found myself creating pieces that surprised me. It wasn't just therapeutic, it felt like I was reclaiming a part of myself. My art became a language for everything I'd kept bottled up since the accident. Eventually, I started sharing my work online, and people actually responded. It felt surreal to think that something born from such pain could resonate with strangers. Then, one day, I was contacted by a local gallery owner who'd seen my work and wanted to feature some pieces in an exhibit. I was floored. That exhibit was a turning point for me. I went on to build a small career as an artist, and today, I sell my work across the country. It's strange to say, but that accident, something that felt like the end of everything, became the start of a whole new chapter. I still struggle with pain and limited mobility, but I've found a way to thrive that I never would have imagined. Without that tragedy, I would have never discovered my art.